Vince, you want to hear this? Do you not want the world to hear this?
Hear it.
You do.
Hear it. I do.
Keep this underground.
I want to hear it.
Keep it way on the ground.
I want to hear it.
Vince wants to hear it so he can play it at games when he's playing against these guys next year.
I just want to see where they stand.
Make the Drew. Here's Baron Davis. He's out in Drew getting buckets. Take out the hesitation move.
BD still got the moves, baby. I can't wait to see you in the 3-on-3, baby.
I love it.
This will be fun this summer. I'm looking forward to the 3-on-3 league.
I mean, like,
look at it. He still got it.
That's the old.
Might as well make a comeback.
Might as well.
Let's do it. Somebody sign him up in camp. Look at him. He still got the dimes and everything. Look at that.
He's everything.
Boom. Miss work. Lonzo Ball says he spent, quote, 3 to 4 hours designing his Big Baller brand shoe.
That's it?
Shoe costs $495. You think maybe a little more time in the lab?
A little more time.
My first time
We're
really
going
seeing
to charge $500. Let's put them back in production, baby.
I mean, you know, if it works, it works. What can I tell you? Make insults. Take a listen here.
Tony, excuse me. When I found out Tony was going to be officiating the game, I was like, man, I'm glad I'm not coaching tonight. What's that look for? That's the same look he gave me tonight.
Yeah, his face, he did not take that joke at all. This is just after Evan Turner, remember, sent out those tweets saying that, you know, the Tony Brothers game was everyone's in trouble. Then, of course, he said he was hacked, because why wouldn't he? I mean,
he wasn't hacked. Nah. He just don't want to get
fined.
You say that.
Look at Mike Brown, by the way. He's like, I'm joking. Tony Brown's like, you're not joking at all.
Right there.
Boy, you crazy.
Boy, I'm giving it to y'all.
Not so good. Miss Summer League. Ben Simmons will not be participating in the Summer League next month. Is this the right call, Scotty?
You know what? I really don't care. I don't care about Philly right now. So him missing Summer League doesn't really matter to me.
Make bluntness.
That's just how it is now. That's how it's going. Like, they're protecting their guys. He's been hurt. Like,
yeah.
So I guess he's their franchise guy. They're protecting him. So.
We want to see it. We want to see what all the hype is about.
Right?
I want to see it.
We all do.
I mean, come on, the #1 pick, one of the most hyped players coming out of college in a while. Let's see what you got. Let's see the warm-up.
I mean, you know, he played a little bit last year. I was surprised just because I know he's been itching to play and get back out on the court. But maybe, as Vince says, they're trying to protect
That's what
him.
they're doing now.
Sometimes Philly is just too protective with their players.
Right.
I mean, they can go out here and play Summer League. This is what the fans want.
I don't know. We'll see. All right, welcome back, everybody. Scotty said here, and I want to get this to you first. Jimmy Butler, Chicago Tribune, reporting that Butler had, quote, a positive meeting with Bulls management today. He has, of course, been the subject of trade rumors. This is recently on the teleprompter, but I could just say he's been the subject of trade rumors over and over and over again. Scotty, should Jimmy want to stay with the Bulls?
Yes.
All right, how come?
I think we all want him to stay because we're tired of seeing all the power being shifted to one or two teams in the league. So it's great that things are working out with him and the Bulls. I'd love to see him stay in a Bulls uniform and see some of the other team contend a little bit.
He had a great year, and he played with a lot of confidence. I think he understands it's his team, and I think having D. Wade there was great for him just to kind of show him the way, show him how to be the franchise player, the go-to guy, and it was great for him. So I like him staying there. You know, build your team.
I really don't know. I mean, I just don't know which direction the Bulls are going. I mean, you got
everybody in Chicago, Paul Pierce.
You got a young Jimmy Butler. You signing Wade. You bring back Rondo. You got good talent, but the team is an 8th seed.
All over the place.
They were an 8th seed. So it's just like,
a lot of injuries.
What direction do you go? Do you move forward with that? And Jimmy Butler has to ask himself, is there a future here? Is there a future here? Realistically, he should be a Celtic.
And I hope that's...
Oh, wait a minute.
I saw that coming. I saw that coming.
Let's be honest. We've got some biases here going on this set. I'm interested, though, in what you said about, hey, I want to see some of the power spread around. Are we in an era where you can win if the power is spread around? Or if you're watching the Cavs, if you're watching the Warriors, do you just want to all go get somewhere? Because it's the only way you can compete.
I think we're in an area where they can win if the talent is spread it. I think what we've seen over the last couple, 3 years is that, you know, teams are now loading up with 3 great all-star players. And, you know, it's hard to watch games every night when there's not good teams on.
Except Memphis Grizzlies games, which are amazing.
I enjoy watching a 20-year-old guy play anytime. So, respect to that. But
Right.
in terms of just watching basketball night in and night out, the competition is just not there with some of the teams.
Because most teams are trying to come, they say, okay, who are we trying to keep up with?
Right.
And of course, the two teams we're watching here in the finals, or who everybody's trying to keep up with, so they're trying to get whoever they can. And some teams, the teams who don't have the money, the Philadelphia's of the world, they're going to miss out.
This is what you do. If you're a young team right now, you're not trying to get better right now, because you got to prepare for the next 2 years of the Golden State Warriors tear.
What do you mean?
You got to prepare for after that.
In other words,
you have to prep your team for 3 years down the line, because this team right here is going to be one of the greatest teams. So to try to compete with them, and if you're not sure you can really compete with them at a high level, you might as well wait.
Well, first of all, he doesn't have 3 years. I mean,
I don't.
I
don't. I don't.
You do have to like in the East what your Celtics are doing. That you think?
I think
you only got to trick one.
At first, I thought Celtics should trade the pick, but I think take the pick.
Well, I would say Markelle Fultz was in Boston yesterday. He was spotted with Danny Ainge. It's like Gossip Girl up in here. And he says he only wants to work out for the Celtics. Those are the latest reports. I mean, do you feel like when you're talking about building that team, that is the match?
That's the match. I mean, I think you go with him because, like I said, you have to prepare for down the road, because if you can't compete with the Warriors or the Cavs right now, what's the use of trying to throw all your chips in one basket?
See, this is what happened. Before the Eastern Conference Finals, Paul was like, no, you're right on that level with the Cavaliers.
I had to think about it. I'm watching this
after he saw
the Eastern Conference Finals, now he says take the pick.
Now take the pick and prep for down the line.
I think going forward that there are teams waiting now to step ahead of the Cavaliers. I mean, look at LeBron is in his 14th season. And how many more seasons can he keep this up? So I think in terms of teams in the East, it's time to make a move now. Boston didn't really fare well because of the loss of Isaiah throughout the playoffs, but I think it's time for teams to start challenging the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Well, I figured the Cavaliers have.
What move is Boston going to make?
No, if you have opportunities, look, like there's rumors about Paul George, maybe Gordon Hayward.
Okay.
But I'm not so sure that team still beats the Golden State Warriors or the Cavaliers.
Okay.
So let me build on. In 2 years, you figure LeBron will be a little older. In 2 years, free agency, things can happen with Golden State. And now the title and the conferences are up in the air, I'm going to say in 2 years.
Do they get rid of Isaiah?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
But whatever you do, you build.
I agree with you.
Down the road, I think.
Because 2 years you can see what Markel's going to be,
right?
And then you can kind of decide
if you want to max
Isaiah. I think you keep Isaiah to kind of, mentor the young guy,
right,
and figure it out after that.
I can't believe this crowd just glossed over Scotty saying that the Cavaliers' run in the East is over, but I'm going to let y'all have this for now. You can liven up in the break.
They've been watching the same game.
You guys, all right, you got to be like that. Vince Carter, thank you for joining us.
Guys.
You will be back tomorrow. We got Dwight Howard popping on set in a minute. 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. He's going to talk to us about how his season went and take on the finals. Stay tuned.